Hello, lovely people. I'm excited to be here. It's been a while since I've been on YouTube. You can probably tell, but today I'm doing a quick little Euphoria makeup tutorial. This look is inspired by Maddie, aka Alexa Demi. She is gorgeous. Like, she's to die for beautiful, and every look that she serves on the show is so on point. And I really love how the makeup is instrumental to the character's storytelling. It's so cool, so important. And yeah, it's just awesome to see makeup like this, makeup that I've been doing for quite a while, finally get the recognition that it deserves. So if you want to see how I created this look here, inspired by Euphoria, then just keep watching. So I'm going to do my base for this tutorial. I normally never do that. I just go straight into the eyes because I'm lazy. But I really did want to show you the new Fenty Pro Filter Hydrating Foundation, which I've been using over the past couple of days, and I really like it. So I wanted to show you the application. I prepped my face with Laura Mercier Radiance Foundation, and I've also popped a little bit of Becca Max's Liquid Light highlighter just on my cheeks. As you can see, like, I've got a little hint of glow just on like the bridge of my nose and my cheeks. It works really well with a Fenty Hydrating Foundation, and you just look like a beautiful sun-kissed goddess always. We love that. I just sort of go in with a couple of pumps directly on the brush. It's just a matter of stippling it into the skin. I use a bit of a combo technique of like pressing it in as you would with a sponge, and then sort of like buffing it in as well. Like, I normally don't put this much foundation on my brush, but I think I put just a little bit too much, so oops. I'm doing my ears without getting it on my beautiful earrings. So it's winter here in Australia, and what I noticed using my original Fenty foundation was I was getting a lot of dryness in areas that I don't normally get that dry in. I think this winter in particular, I've been so dry, like around my mouth, near my nose, like the top of my forehead. I was getting flakiness and it wasn't going on as smoothly. And so when this foundation came out, I was like, yes, absolute godsend. It's exactly what I needed. I'm the shade 290. Yes, the shades are the same as the original foundation, so it's very easy for you to just go in and select your shade without needing to try and match. So if you already have your Fenty, it's super easy for you to grab one of these. I always moisturize my lips with the Gloss Bomb because it's got shea butter in it and it's really nice. You guys also might have seen that I did a little mini review of the Pat McGrath foundation on my stories, and I just wanted to compare the Fenty with the Pat McGrath foundation. Pat's foundation is no doubt beautiful. It's so dreamy, it's silky, it literally makes your skin glow. The way that she describes it is that the foundation is kind of like skincare foundation, so when you apply, you're actually meant to sort of rub it and massage it into your skin as you would a moisturizer, which I find really interesting. I personally don't like using my fingers for my skin. I don't know why, I just think it gets too messy. I'm not a huge fan, but I did just buff it in circles and it looked so flawless. It looked really healthy with this foundation. But what I did notice, the difference between this one and the Fenty Hydrating one is that it's a lot thinner, so you're not going to get as much coverage. And I think that's the purpose, like that is the intended purpose. It's not meant to be too heavy, because I think this is what Pat uses for her runway models, for editorial shoots. They just need something very weightless on the skin so it lasts, I think. I am a full coverage girl because I do a lot of heavy makeup. So that's where I sort of prefer the Fenty, because you still get that gorgeous, juicy glow, but it still gives you that nice complete coverage. I think at the end of the day, I was a little bit oily, just a little bit oily with the Pat foundation. So you do definitely need to set yourself. Fenty foundation, I didn't get oily, but I did start getting a little bit of creasing around the nose, a little bit around the mouth. Not a lot, just a little touch. For the most part, they're both amazing. But I think what's going to help you decide is that this is 106 Australian dollars. This is 52 Australian dollars. And they're very similar. In fact, this is, you know, if you want more coverage, this is more coverage. So, I mean, you decide what you want to invest your monies on, but yeah. I'm going to move on to brows. I'm going to take my Benefit 24-hour brow setter. We're just going to zhuzh the brows up. I'm going to go in with Gimme Brow in shade 6 and brush that through the brows as well, just to give it a bit more tint, a bit more color. Alright, we're just going to leave the brows alone for a second, let them set while I do my under eyes. Remember with Shape Tape, this stuff goes a long way. So literally a couple of dots under the eye and that's it. Like, I really, oh man, I just can't stand people who swipe it under the eye. I'm like, that's a lot of product. That's heavy makeup. Got my cute little hot pink beauty blender, and we're just going to tap that under the eye all the way up. Like, I like this because of the flat edge. It really helps to sort of hug the eye shape. and help to avoid any creasing. I have no idea how to nose contour, guys. I just put a bit of highlighter down the bridge of my nose and then hope and pray for the best. There's no technique here, so wouldn't recommend, but whatever. I'm not too fussed about getting a snatched nose, that's not my vibe. I like using the Fenty concealer in 290 to highlight the brow rather than Shape Tape because it's a little thinner, a little less gluggy and thick. Just taking a flat brush, just sort of run it along. I'm going in with Benefit's Precisely My Brow Pencil in 6 just to sort of fill in these gaps rather than to block out the brow and create a really intense dark brow. We also want to conceal our lids. I'm using my Shape Tape to do that because that's going to help the shadows really pop. I'm going to go in with this extremely overused colour from the Huda Beauty Amethyst Obsessions palette because it's a beautiful metallic-y purple, and that's going to set a nice little base before we go in with that nice royal blue shade from the look. Kind of want to work that up more into the crease and the brow bone so it sort of peeps through later. So the reason why I've been doing this Euphoria series is because, yes, we've seen makeup like this before. Like, it's not a new thing to do creative makeup. We see so many amazing artists on Instagram create these looks all the time that are just born out of pure creativity and originality, and it's amazing. But to see looks like this in mainstream media is such a big deal because now makeup is positioned as more than just a cover-up tool, but the vehicle for someone's self-expression. Not only does it look fire, but it tells a story about the characters as well. For example, Rue's glitter tears that are like streaming down her face. That's such an iconic look for her that she wears multiple times because it expresses that deepest part of her character that is hurting. And I think that's really cool that they're telling a story beyond just acting. They're using so many different bits of it, her clothing, her makeup, the cinematography, the music, really pieced together this intensely damaged character. I think that is really cool. And then you've got Alexa Demi, who plays Maddie, and her looks are so beautiful and fantastical and sparkly, and I think it's used as her sort of coping mechanism because she's had to grow up seeing a loveless marriage with her parents, and so I think she sort of uses this as her escape. I'm going to go in with this darker purple colour now, just above it, and we're going to continue to do the same thing, just buffing that into the lid. So yeah, I feel like that's why I'm so inspired by this looks. I just love the fact that makeup is so much more than just a tool to feel pretty or to cover up. It's, you know, it's a storyteller, it's visual communication for me. And when I have an idea, the best way for me to articulate that idea is by doing a look. That's the way that I feel most comfortable, and I feel like it's so cool to have so many people resonate with that all over the world. People get that. They feel connected to like what I'm doing. I think that's just, yeah, I think that's just, it's really cool. Okay, we've got that purple down pat. Let's move on to that beautiful midnight blue that I feel like is going to match my nails. I mean, how cute are my nails though? I don't know if you've used this palette before, but it has some really special colors in there. And it's got this color called Set the Jewel Tone, which I've also devoured. As you can see, it's got a little hole in it, but that's only because it's so good and I can't get enough of this shade. It's very metallic-y, it's very pigmented, and it kind of reminds me of the Pat McGrath shadows, except it's not a $200 palette. I'm actually going to go in with my finger to really maximize this color and sort of swipe it on my lid rather than buffing it in with a brush. So just getting as much as I possibly can on my finger, and then we're going to swipe. You see that? Yeah, it's so good. I've actually noticed though that this blue is quite royal blue, and the blue in the picture that she's used is a little bit more navy. So I think I'm going to use that really dark shade right at the corner here. It's called Stormy Night, just to add a little bit of darkness to the eye look. It's quite a dark shade, so we're just really going in with that quite gently. And then I'm going back in with that little shimmery shade from the Too Faced palette and just adding it all the way to my inner corner. And a little bit more added by the finger to make it shine. That is just such a beautiful color combination. Like, this is life. For the under eye, I'm taking this Marc Jacobs smudge brush because it has quite a defined little tip there. That's going to help me sort of smoke out the under eye. Yeah, you just want to make sure that the under eye blends in with the lid, and also just like cleaning it up as you go because you don't want to make a nice smudged bluey mess. See this color right here? It's called Clutch Your Pearls. It looks white on camera, but when you actually swatch the color, it actually comes off pearlescent and pink. So we're gonna dab that just in the inner corner, just for something special. That little inner corner twinkle is just my favorite thing. So I'm going to pop on lashes. I've got these really nice ones from Flutter Lashes because they're not too intense. So you don't really have to wear lashes with this look. I think it might look cute by itself, but I'm just so used to putting on lashes, so I've got to do it. I've got my Duo Glow, and I'm just adding a very thin line of glue to the lash line. Before I apply the lashes, I'm brushing my own lashes up with mascara. Just a little bit. Okay, this is the hardest part, so please bear with me. I just sort of clamp the top in the middle and then just hover it down. I try to get at least one corner to stick before I start sticking everything else. Got the outer corner to stick, and then I just take the tweezers and I push down in the corner to get that to stick. I want to add a bit of mascara to the bottom lash as well. I want to contour a little bit, so I'm using Anastasia Beverly Hills Medium Contour Kit. I've destroyed it. So we're just going to dust that on the cheeks. Just a little bit of powder here and there on the cheeks is enough definition for me. I don't need to go re-sculpt my face, you know? This Nars Orgasm blush is a staple from me. For highlighter, I'm going to use Becca, which I actually haven't used before, but I looked at it and I was like, damn, that's pretty. Oh yeah. Saved the best to last. We're adding in those jewels to the eyebrows and the eyes. This sheet here, which is pretty banged up, I've used it quite a bit. But it's from Sportsgirl Beauty because they've got some really nice gems, individually adhesive gems and jewels that are different sizes. So I'd recommend, if you are an Aussie girl, grab some of these gems, they're really awesome. So we're going to dot those along the brow. I'm going to opt for a simple lip. Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb is never ever a bad choice. I'm going to combine it with Zoeva Cosmetics Flyaway Gloss because it's got a bit of a pinky tinge to it, which might be nice. I'm obsessed with this. I love this look because it's simple but genius, because it just looks good. It's such a beautiful creative look that pretty much anyone can try because it's very easy. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and if you've seen Euphoria, definitely let me know what you think of it. I think it's an incredible show and it really deals with some very real and important issues in a very raw and confronting manner. If you enjoyed this tutorial and if you get to subscribe, then please do, because that helps me and that motivates me to create more YouTube videos, because I know I'm not the most regular on this platform, but I'm trying to be. Promise, I'm trying to be. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time, hopefully with another Euphoria look. Bye!